Challenging growth is a key part of positive youth development, and we know that it's critical for promoting social and emotional learning. Listen to how Opening Act challenges growth with their young people.
At Opening Act, I mean, when we first are meeting students, the first thing we want to do is just to challenge them to have fun, to be willing to play, to be willing to be silly, which ultimately will lead them to build a community with young people, to collaborate. And all of those require them to challenge themselves as young people to just go there. And once that happens, I think the doors are open for so many possibilities. And it makes me think about a time a few years ago where I was working with a group of students, and we were creating an original piece of theater that we were going to perform at an off-Broadway theater. And the ideas need to come from the students. We want them to be the drivers of the artistic process. And they wanted to create a play about police brutality. And this obviously was like a very rich subject that was super evocative and allowed us to go pretty deep, but we were sort of at an impasse. We were finding ourselves we hadn't fully cracked this process yet. And there was this one time we were all sitting around in a circle, reflecting on the process and trying to sort of figure out how to unlock. And there was a student that was being a little bit more quiet than usual, and we gently were encouraging him to lend his voice to the conversation. And very vulnerably and honestly, he told us that he comes from a family of police officers, and he felt it was important that that was included in the story. And this was a big moment for all of us. And it challenged me as an educator to think about how to navigate that conversation. And ultimately what we did is we challenged them to expand their research for this piece, to really lean into their collaboration, to ensure that this piece had the voices of everyone in this group and that it included the nuance. And we encouraged them to collectively work through this as an ensemble. We reminded them that they were the drivers of the artistic process, and we expect them to challenge themselves to make the most honest and make the most bold piece of theater that they want to make. And the result was just that. It was a bold, super impactful piece of theater, something that I cherish, and I still talk with my students. Many of them, they've graduated now, some of them, but we share in this. And I think it was a moment that we all grew.
As you listen to the speaker, reflect on how they express often to young people that they expect them to try hard and do their best. Frequently reminded young people that they believe in them and their ability to succeed. Encouraged young people to work through difficult problems, and supported young people to reflect on their progress toward goals.